Alright, everyone, welcome to the countdown of Summer Bummer in Puerto Rico. This is our 12th annual Summer Bummer, and we are so excited to be hosting in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Oh my god, hola! I'm sorry, I had to practice my Spanish. But we are going to have our interviews before our matches. We're going to interview the KDA match this time because it is a very special match. A match that is going to go into history when it comes to making history on MLF. So, would you please invite Sam?
Hey, squaw.
Hey Sam, so I have a couple of questions for you. I want to know how you're feeling, in regards to this match and, how you're going to handle the situation with ATW. You mind clicking on that for a little bit?
Yeah, let me click on that real quick. Because me and ATW, we were such good friends at one point. We were such good allies back a few years ago. But ever since he's done bad things, like, I don't know, betray people, ATW's always been a man of betrayal. And I just can't live with that. So, how I'm going to handle the match? I don't know. It's a street fight. Anything goes. But the only thing I'm going to say is that I'm going to brutalize ATW when I'm with him. I'm going to bash his head. I'm going to hurt him. The way he said on that KDA prophecy, yeah, I saw that KDA prophecy. I did not like that. It was not a good prophecy. And I'm going to make sure that I get what I deserve, KDA owner, and then bring it to Unite the way he wants me to.
Alright, so that's pretty much it on how you're going to handle the match, or you got more?
No, that's more. I need more. See, here, I am the challenger. I am the man going after ATW and his shenanigans in KDA. And what I need to do is I need to make my game up. I need to be one step ahead of ATW. Because every time I've seen the history, on MOF, ATW's got it right on the KDA prophecy. He's defeated so many opponents. He's defeated opponents, famous opponents, Jay Swagler. He's defeated Big Todd. He's defeated Oris. He's defeated so many damn names in this industry that he might be a fame of his own. But not for long. I'm about to expose him. I'm about to be the man to take ATW out for once. Just like Big Todd took him out for the Realm X champion, I'm going to take ATW out for the KDA champion and the KDA owner.
Alright, so Sam, I have a couple more questions before we leave here. Obviously, I've seen what has been happening. Obviously, you got arrested and ATW got arrested. What was that all about, man? You two literally, set the whole locker room on fire with the brawl you both had. You guys were literally brawling from the arena where it ignited all the way to backstage. You guys were brawling like nuts.
I know. And here's the reason why. Me and ATW have such bad blood. ATW cannot hold himself back. Unlike me. I'm simply just trying to defend myself. But ATW, he wants to cause a bunch of issues. He wants to cause issues because that's the man that he is. He's as arrogant and as good as he may be. He's always going to be that little cocksucker in King Dragon Artists. Now, I was obviously sent here by Unite from the KDA Discord. I was sent from here I was sent to help KDA and retrieve the KDA ownership and bring it back to the Discord where it belongs.
Alright, well that's a pretty good statement. I have one more question, and it does get a little personal here, but what happens if ATW, let's just say hypothetically, retains the KDA ownership? What are you going to do after that?
So, I don't know, honestly. Obviously, if I'm not the one who stands tall in this match, I'm not the one who takes back KDA ownership, I imagine a lot of things will go through with King Dragon Artists. Janite will be pissed at me for not making that promise, and I think I'll probably lose my status at KDA. But I am doing this. I am going to try my hardest, and I'm not going to give up until I get KDA back.
Alright, well that settles it. We're going to leave now. Alright, Sam, it was wonderful having you on the interview. And now you may leave.
Thanks, Squaw. I'm going to do well.
I know you will. Okay. Let's see who else we have. Okay. Security, bring the ATW in.
Squaw, squaw, squaw. Oh, man. I love these interviews. I could do them all day if I wanted to. Wait, Squaw, is it okay if I touch the camera real quick? Okay, cool. Alright. So what questions you got for me, Squaw, before my legendary KDA match?
So, ATW, what do you think about having Sam as your opponent?
What do I think about having Sam as an opponent? Honestly, I feel like Sam, he's a pretty decent opponent for a man of his size. I gotta give him that. But the way he's just been handling things lately, you know, he really is just jealous that I have everything. Like, Sam, I believe in my heart and my KDA prophecy, Sam is not really going to give the ownership to Janite. He's going to betray Janite, keep it to himself, and be as selfish as me. Like, look, I'm trying to save him from that misery, you know? I don't want him in that misery, like, you know? Because if he's in that misery, then not only does that put Janite at stake, that puts me at stake. And I don't like that. So I'm going to do everything to not only save the misery from Sam, but also retain, like I've always done. I've retained against several opponents, Squaw. If you don't remember, go back to all of my matches on MOF, and you will realize that almost every single opponent has been demolished by me. Every single opponent that steps in the ring with ATW has been demolished. Think about it. Back in 2023, I defeated Big Todd. Back in 2025, earlier this year, I defeated Jay Swagler. Now, sure, I've had a couple of losses here and there, like, I don't know, Big Todd ending my Romix title reign, or Oris getting his rematch and eventually beating me, but it took a lot of effort for those superstars to even beat me in the first place. Sure, they got the W, but in reality, they kind of got the L. So that just proves that ATW is the best in this business. The best this business has to offer. And what other questions you got for me, Squaw?
So, what happens if you lose to Sam? Where are you going to go after that?
What happens if I lose the match? What do you think I'm going to do, Squaw, when I lose the match? You want to know what I'm going to do when I lose the match? What I'm going to do is I'm pretty much going to still hold some sort of power. Because remember, even though KDA would have been hypothetically lost, you know, I still got the briefcase. And I haven't cashed that in yet. But eventually, I will. I will eventually cash that in. I'll eventually cash in the briefcase. And I'll basically either become Realm X champion again, or become MOF World Champion and finish my story. But either way, I'm going to cash in at some point. I'm going to pretty much attempt at every single event until I can get it right. And well, the one thing I am trying to avoid while being with Sam's shenanigans is a failed cash-in. There are a couple of superstars, even on other rosters, like, I don't know, WWE or like MLW, just any other rosters that have cashed in and they had a failed cash-in. Nah. It ain't happening this time. So, that's my opinion on the whole ATW loss thing, besides maybe eventually creating another morning faction. Who knows what could go on after that. Something really tragic could happen with, you know, my current members. So there's not real. Either way, we don't have to talk about this squaw. As I see it here, I see me retaining. Anyway, what's your last question, squaw, before I leave and go enjoy Puerto Rico?
So what do you plan on doing after the match if you somehow win or get the victory?
That's an interesting one. We talk about this on Renegade Squaw. What am I going to do after the match? Like, hypothetically, if I cash in or win the KDA match. So, pretty much after that, I'm probably going to go hit an MOF party. You know, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to go with my family and celebrate at a restaurant. You know, have some dinner together and celebrate my world title victory or the KDA victory. Either way, one or the other, it's going to happen. I've got a little bit of stuff up my sleeve that I don't think Sam knows about very well. So, I'm very excited. I think that this match is not only going to make my life a lot simpler, it's also going to make Puerto Rico a lot simpler. It's going to go down in history. It's going to go down in history as like one of the best matches. It's going to go down in history as basically the best match of Summer Bummer on MOF. It's going to go down in history and reach tons of Gen Z folks looking on MOF. Lots of Gen Zs watching. They're going to see that Summer Bummer 12 was the most historic moment in history of MOF. And another thing I'm going to do after I win a title or retain my current titles is I'm going to head to Vibe. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to give a phone call to manager Kelsey, and I'm basically going to go switch brands for a little bit and celebrate, you know? I mean, think about it, Squaw. I don't mind going between two brands. Kind of is my thing anyway. I mean, remember the time I went to MLW and I smacked Big Todd? Oh my god, that was like a Fanatic show or whatever, but that was still cool. And I kept switching between brands, so honestly, I think even though if I do go to Vibe after my title win, or if I win, if I don't win, either way, I'm gonna still, you know, do this cross-brand thing once again. And hey, maybe hit some old stopping grounds, you know? Yeet! Hit some old stopping grounds, stomp, 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 and yeah, I'll basically meet some old folks, you know? Resolve some old friendships, you know what I mean? Okay, Squaw, I think it's time I get out of here before the feds get me, because I'm gonna go celebrate in Puerto Rico for a little bit, okay? I'll see you later.
All right. ATW is so funny. I love your jokes, ATW.
Oh, thank you, squad.
Yeah, anyway. So yeah, stay tuned. Now we're going to bring it with me and Book here for a little bit, for a few minutes.
Yeah, what's up, squad?
All right. So we're basically going to talk about what's going to happen in a few hours for Summer Bummer. We are going to have the KDA match first. We are going to host the KDA Street Fight match first before any of the other matches.
Yeah, and then after that, we're pretty much going to have a Rail Mix title match. We're going to have the Rail Mix, we're going to have Big Todd. We're going to have Big Todd versus his opponent, alright? And then what we're going to have is we're going to have the Tap X title match. Ridge Ross is going to defend his title against Lance Seco. And then what's going to happen is the MOF Tag Team Champions are going to go up after there. And then they're going to go over, they're going to support KDA, and they're going to either bring or lose the KDA Tag Team titles, the MOF Tag Team titles, and they're going to lose them.
All right, yeah. So basically, the KDA Tag Team match is also a special one, in my opinion. It's going to be Jake Seco and Mikey Roguez. They're representing KDA, defending the Tag Team Champions against Chad Roguez and Nemo Jr. And for the world title match, it's going to be Ray Silva defending his title against none other than Todd Egler. Todd Egler is going to challenge Ray Silva for the last time for the world title. And if he somehow gets this, he's going to win his first ever world champion in MOF. And don't forget, we have ATW lurking around, so he's going to observe all of these titles. He's going to look at all these title matches. He's going to observe them. And I'm pretty sure that we are going to see an ATW cash-in at some point in this match, or an attempted cash-in, or it could even be a failed cash-in. Don't forget about the failed cash-ins. ATW was talking with me before about those.
Oh yeah, failed cash-ins, they're bad.
I know, I agree. But yeah, so we're going to come back to this. We're going to come and we're going to, wait till Summer Bummer. It was nice having you guys watch the countdown. We're going to cut it off now from here. Look, do you have anything else to say?
I think we're ready for Puerto Rico. Yeah, Banamami, Notomasita. Okay, let's go.
Oh my God, Book, you're really good at Spanish. You know that? I think you should probably learn some.
Yeah, I agree, man. I know I'm black, but I really want to learn some Spanish.
Anyway, we'll take it to John Casey now. Have a good day, everyone.